Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new episode of At the Buzzer Sports, where we talk all things basketball all the time. And as you guys saw from my earlier in this video, I am mourning a 3-1 deficit between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I just want to say, shout out to the Timberwolves. They have been phenomenal in this series. Anthony Edwards has been great. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been solid. Naz Reid has been phenomenal. Julius Randle has been phenomenal. It's just been everything that could have went right for the Minnesota Timberwolves have been going right, and they deserve to be in the position that they are in. Coming into the series, my biggest concern was how Anthony Edwards could be a playmaker in this series, because we've seen him struggle at that aspect, dealing with blitzes, dealing with double teams, and making the right reads out of those situations, and that's something that the Lakers do really well. But Anthony Edwards has been able to dice up the Lakers defense. Whenever they take away the wing, he passes to the corner. Whenever they pass to the corner, he passes it to the wing. He's been making passes to cutters. He's been doing lay down passes to rolls for guys like Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid. They have been able to make decisions out of the short roll. It's been phenomenal. And it kind of clouded my judgment because I was very biased when it comes down to the Lakers and Minnesota matchup. Because one, I definitely thought the late game execution between LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and the Los Angeles Lakers would be a lot better than what it has been over this series. And I think in the third quarter of this game has been the best the Lakers looked offensively all series. Luka Doncic has been torching them as a driver, as a three-point shooter, and as a passer throughout the entire game. And the Minnesota Timberwolves decided to send two at the ball. And the more they did that, the more Luka made the right read time and time again. And it got the Minnesota Timberwolves in rotation to hit open shots. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. If we were going against the Warriors, Nuggets, Rockets, Clippers, even the Grizzlies, I feel as though if we were playing that level of basketball in that third quarter, we'd be up 25 points. I just don't think there's a lot of teams that can combat what the Los Angeles Lakers do from the three-point line like the Minnesota Timberwolves can in the Western Conference. But that's what makes this Minnesota Timberwolves team so good. They're so deep. They have three guys who come off the bench that can start for 75% of the teams in the NBA at least. And the ability to have such versatility in your rotations, putting Naz Reid at the 5, running Julius Randle at the 5, and having a starting lineup of Dante and Jaden and Nickeil with some three-point shooting around it, being able to take Mike Conley off the floor and supplement him with a more athletic defensive point guard in Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and for Naz Reid to be like a trailer in transition and knock down open shots. They have so much lineup versatility, defensive versatility, rim protection, athleticism, playmaking, to where this is a team that's built to go far in the playoffs, and I've recognized teams that have the things that Minnesota has should be able to make a deep run in the playoffs consistently, and I overlooked all of that because I was so dependent and so sold by the fact that Luka Doncic and LeBron James can execute late-game offense. And every single opportunity that the Lakers have shown to get a chance to execute late-game offense, it has been bad. It's been bad. And the Lakers won the one game out of this series so far, even though the series isn't over. But the Lakers have won one game in the series so far because the Minnesota Timberwolves offense was just worse in that one game. But as far as late game execution, I think the Timberwolves have been better in every single series. Anthony Edwards is making every single read possible. Julius Randle is being more decisive with his decisions. He's being quicker with his decisions. He's attacking mismatches. He's getting on the glass. He's shooting the piss out of the ball. Julius Randle has been fantastic. And for a team like Los Angeles, who doesn't have any backside rim protection, and they're not as consistent switching and rotating on the perimeter as you would like them to be, for them to be so stuck into this defensive game plan, the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be able to take advantage of that. Because you have such a size advantage that Julius Randle is going to be able to get to the paint whenever he wants. You don't have the athleticism to really contain Anthony Edwards on the perimeter. And now making him one of the better three-point shooters in the NBA, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, it makes it so much harder to guard him because you have to stick onto him on the perimeter. The more you have to put pressure on Anthony Edwards, the easier it is for him to get by. And the Lakers don't have a traditional rim protector or a traditional anchor, so the Lakers are going to have to rotate, and they're going to have to make quick decisions and try and close out quickly on Naz Reid, who has such a quick release when he's shooting from three. So I don't necessarily think that this is the best matchup for the Los Angeles Lakers. This was a matchup that I would have rather seen other than some teams. Looking back on it now, the Minnesota Timberwolves have executed so well. They've won the possession battle time and time again. They've won the turnover battle time and time again. When they're just shooting halfway decent from three, they have a really good chance of winning this series. And luckily, the Los Angeles Lakers don't have an offensive scheme that they can hold up and be really reliable in a postseason setting. The Los Angeles Lakers' main offense was to play isolation, pick and roll, and attack the bigs and mismatch attack. That's not a good recipe in the playoffs to be as dominant as you would want to be. And before I continue to bash the Lakers, I do want to say Luka Doncic and LeBron James were phenomenal in this game. Outside of the turnover from LeBron, I do think he had a fantastic game. The shot making, I think he had in the first half 14 free throw attempts. I just think this is a level of LeBron that we have not seen in a very long time. Just to be able to consistently get to the rim, to consistently knock down shots and convert at the free throw line and be the level of defender that he was in this game, constantly playing passing lanes, constantly protecting the rim, giving just a second effort defensively at the age he is. This is amazing. And once again, even though LeBron was so good in this game, we're going to see people on Twitter talking about how he tried to ruin Anthony Edwards' series. He tried to take him out. He tried to injure him. We're going to talk about how he isn't clutch and how he didn't play well. We're going to hear talking points about how Luka Doncic is not a championship level player or he's just not a winning player. There's just going to be so much narratives by people who don't understand the game, and that's completely fine. I think Rui Hachimura was really good in this game. I think his shots that he made were timely. I think Dorian Finney-Smith played really well. I think Austin Reeves had a really good second half. Every single time he had an opportunity to create an advantage or capitalize off an advantage, he second-guessed. And when you have a team that's so good in the half-court defensively, you have a millisecond to really create or to really pounce on that advantage that you have, or it's going to be taken away. And every time he second-guessed, that advantage was taken away, and we were just left to really bad offense. Now that I'm done praising the Lakers for a really good performance, just once again, our margin for error is much smaller than the Timberwolves. I want to talk about Anthony Edwards. This is what we wanted from Anthony Edwards before we started crowning him the things that they were crowning him for last year. At least in my opinion. This is what I wanted to see from Anthony Edwards, and he was fantastic. He was fantastic. I mean, any player at 22, 23 years old that's ready to go toe-to-toe with LeBron James the way that he did, having all those physical moments against LeBron James the way that he did, the way he was able to play defense on Luka Doncic in possessions where he really had to carry the offensive load, the three-point shooting, the playmaking. This is the level of Anthony Edwards that I wanted to see before I started crowning him the way that I've seen other people do. And Julius Randle has really changed the narrative of his playoff success in recent years. I know he's had more series bad than good, but when you play good against the Lakers and LeBron James and Luka Doncic, you damn sure can change your reputation. The Minnesota Timberwolves absolutely deserve to be winning in this series. It's a long shot the Lakers win this series. Now, as for where the Lakers go from here, I think number one priority is to get a big. Get a lob-catching big next to Luka Doncic that can protect the rim and be athletic. After that, I still think we probably need 2 or 3 athletic wings that can play on the perimeter. I don't know how we're going to go get those things, but I do believe that we have some tradable assets that we can use to go get said players. And I think once those moves are done, the Lakers are going to be true championship contenders. We just have not been there this season. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications for more content. I know I told everybody that follows me on Twitter that I was going to have a Cooper Flag scouting report out tomorrow. Don't necessarily know how much I'm committed to that being tomorrow, but it's definitely going to be out this week. Once again, if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn over those post notifications. Also, we will be streaming on playback, maybe to start the second round, or probably just go into the off season and break down some narratives that have been made over the season and in years past. Or I might even just put myself through misery and rewatch this Lakers series to break down everything we've done wrong. So if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.